F, consideration of approving final administrative consent order from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. I would ask Adam to say a couple words about that.
You might remember when I arrived a year ago, April, one of the first things we dealt with was an administrative order we had received. I believe it might have been in December of 2007 is when we originally received notice of it. This is the final copy. One of the things we've been working with them on since then is the schedule for compliance and some information as far as our acceptance of terms for alternative to penalties, which is one of the things we worked out last fall. And what this will basically do is this is basically our acceptance of their administrative order and the terms within it. They've been very cooperative, and they also understand. One of the reasons why this has not been before you yet is because until DNR came close to signing off on our permit for the wastewater treatment plant, we couldn't really finalize the schedule with them. Now we're within earshot of that process actually being completed. The word inside of DNR is that we should see that pretty soon, and as a result, Diane the attorney for DNR has brought this back to us and asked us to sign off on the administrative order with the schedule that's built and approved by Snyder Resources.
I would call for a motion.
Not to throw cold water on
okay.
this, but it says in the page 7, city is required to take construction bids for upgrade to the wastewater by November 19th. What happens if they don't give us a permit by then?
Well, and that's one of the things Diane did talk with us about. Based upon what she's being told internally, that's not going to be a problem for us. And also, if we do not have bids in our hand by then, there's a very good likelihood we may start running into serious concern with our stimulus money. Because for us, in order to maintain our stimulus money, we have to have certain processes and contracts signed by February, I believe it is. So that would be the latest period of time that the engineers and Diane and the representatives who are supposed to be approving our permit have agreed that we would be seeing all this.
Darren and Colin has signed off on this?
Everyone has seen a copy, and there hasn't been any issues with it.
You know, one thing I should be, would mention about it, which is a little bit off the subject, but there has been that discussion with the new plant coming into town that can treat wastewater. We're so far into this process, and they're at least a year or more away from even being able to address such an issue, that our hands are more or less tied into going ahead with this project. And that we cannot rely on future technology. We are committed to this, and I think citizens should know that we have to go ahead with this at this point. I mean, the DNR has pretty much got a gun to our head.
I was told, though, that when DNR approves this, that there are certain parts of that function that we could adopt to our wastewater treatment plant that would save money in the long run. So we may not be able to do it now, but when everything is accepted and moves forward, we may still be able to utilize some of that technology to save us money.
Who will we accept the final administrative consent order?
I'll second it.
Call for a vote. Councilor Hanson?
Yes.
Johnston?
Yes.
Lefkow?
Yes.
Franny?
Yes.
Frederick?